doing his best. We need to see him back to doing his best.
The main man is here tonight.
Glad you're listening to me.
Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench, of course, for Manchester United
on the
tonight.
bench.
Where you been?
Former teammate of Gary Neville and Roy Keane. Do you want a word with us? A word, Cristiano?
Good to see you, Ronaldo. Take it easy.
Perhaps not. Maybe later. Interesting. Nice conversation with you, Jamie, I thought.
Totally blank.
Sunderland hope to be competitive next year. He's taken them from the foot of the Championship to the Premiership in the space of 8 months. Here is Roy Keane and leading the questioning, David Craig.
But how does it feel, your first managerial appointment, your first club, and you've taken them back to the Premiership?
Oh no, it's fantastic. I think the players, the staff and the fans have been fantastic this season. I think, as you said, you look back last August, September when things were looking a bit bleak, and we managed to turn things around, and all credit to the players and the staff for that. They've been absolutely fantastic.
Obviously you've sampled the Premiership and what it has to offer as a player. How much are you looking forward going there as a manager of a big football club like this?
Well, I can't wait for it. I think it's fantastic. I think the reason I took the job is because I feel Sunderland should be in the Premiership and not just hanging in there. We want to go up and do well, and I think the hard work starts now for us. It's great that we can enjoy the moment, but for me, my mindset is on strengthening the squad and getting the right players in who will do well in the Premiership.
The fans are obviously excited all over the city, but of course the one thing they're talking about already is who'll be coming, who'll be staying. Have you had much chance to think about that yet?
Not really. I think this week, we'll start with that because we didn't want to be getting ahead of ourselves, and I'll need to sit down with obviously Niall and Peter Walker and have a look how much I've got to spend. And but again, you could have 100 million to spend. You still got to try and get the right player in and the right character who will do well for Sunderland, because it is a big club. It's a very good football club, and we want to go up and do well and represent the city.
Jim.
We start with the first game of the season, the day's early kick-off, and newly promoted Sunderland against big spending Spurs. The commentator at the Stadium of Light, Guy Mowbray.
He was one of the Premier League's greatest and fiercest players, and now Roy Keane is back and ready for his first test in Premier League management. For Sunderland's top-flight return, he selected a side that contains 4 new signings, including Craig Gordon, signed from Hearts this week for a fee that will make him Britain's most expensive goalkeeper. Backing away as Berbatov and Robbie Keane over in support. This is Keane up against Whitehead, captain against captain, and in comes Carlos Edwards to help out and win the duel for Sunderland. Very rare that both sets of supporters are singing the same song, but there's only one Keano, can of course apply to both teams. I guess that makes them both wrong. Anthony Stokes is going to make way. On in his place is the man signed for £5 million from Cardiff, Michael Chopra. A controversial acquisition given his Newcastle United past. Roy Keane has said from day one he doesn't care where they came from or who they may have played for. If they're good enough, they'll play for me at Sunderland. 3 in red and white shirts in the centre. Now Wallace can cross. Up goes Atuhu. It falls for Chopra! Sunderland have won it, and it will be just about the final kick of the game. It's the debut boy. Now that is how to make an impact. Brilliant work by Ross Wallace. took his time, waited for the chance to cross, and when the ball fell to Chopra, it was an expert finish. Never mind your Newcastle roots, he's a Sunderland hero now. Look what it means to the man in charge of it all. The visitors can't come back when you score right on full time, and that is it at the Stadium of Light. The most dramatic of finishes. The man bought for £5 million from Cardiff and introduced into the action in the second half by Roy Keane, has won it for his manager and has won it for Sunderland. Full time at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
That was a great start to the season for us. I thought the players done fantastically well, and there wasn't too many clear-cut chances. But again, the players showed a great desire to go and win a game of football, scoring so late in the match. So I think we deserve to win the game today.
Being an ex-Newcastle man, there are extra pressures on Michael Chopra. That's lifted a huge weight off, hasn't it?
Well, I suppose for any striker, when they come to a club, it's always important that they hit the back of the net early doors. And I'm sure Chops was disappointed to be on the bench, but you know, with 10 or 15 minutes ago, I looked around and he looked as if he was keen to get on. You know, some subs sometimes sit there and think, well, I'm not really too interested, but he showed again great desire. And when he came on, his general play was very good. He closed people down, and we know he is a fox in the box. You know, we've got plenty of evidence to suggest that. And if we create the chances for Chops, he will score goals. The atmosphere today was absolutely brilliant, and the players, I certainly enjoyed it, and hopefully the players did, because Sunderland fans will have a massive role to play this season, because no doubt there will be plenty of downs along the way. But once we keep showing that spirit and desire, you know, we'll have a chance.